to Music as a Day Job. I'm your host, Sean. And Music as a Day Job is brought to you by the Concert app. The question of the day is streaming killing or saving music? Now, this is I feel like this is a multi answered question. So you got to think of it in this way. Like, if you're an independent artist that's on the hustle, it's like one of your best friends if you're heavy on the organic building of fans. It's one of your best friends because when I'm moving around, I knew that this would make tons of artists lazy. That artists would just get online and try to stream to fame. So this would lower the amount of artists that was actually trying to directly get shows. Because see, what happened is when you have CDs and you have like the merch basically in your hand, you have to have things to get it out. So this made more artists try to even get shows. So they were trying super hard at that time to get shows, and everybody's competing. If you can get the show, that's when you can sell your CD. That's when everything, because like you have to be in front of people. So it forced that ideology. Then when I came along because I come along at the end of the CD era, um, when everybody starts going towards the idea of the streaming, they feel that they can stay at home and get famous. Oh, I don't gotta do the shows like that. I'm popping online. You see what I'm saying? And then what that does is that allowed me to get into the space of, hey, I get to just go out and do all the shows I want to. So then it was good for me at my time because I was just going out and doing shows, and then I was making money that way. Streaming kills the dream for a lot of people because a lot of people put it up, don't ever get anything. And then some of these dudes get tons of views, don't make no money off of it. We just talked to a dude the other day that got like 5 or 10 million views, and he was like, I didn't make that much money. Like, because of course, like, you should be making 3,000 per million, but I don't think they even gave him that because the type of streams. So it's like tons of people, and then that just kills like all that grind for what? Like, I know a kid that just was like talking online the other day, like had a song that I guess you could say was kind of a hit. Hey, if people ain't trying to see you perform it, does it matter? Doesn't matter if people ain't trying to see you, because once those views start dropping, that's it. But see, if you had built fans that want to come see you perform, and you have built tons of those, you can always go outside and get a little bit of money. You can always go outside. So I think streaming separates the workers versus the people who are kind of trying to bet on the streaming, which I feel personally, because I'm that type of artist, I felt that was great. A lot of people aren't going to feel that great about that because they don't want to end up doing the work. I'm glad it kind of did that. Now, on the other end, as I said, like, streaming does allow everybody, which brings up tons of noise in music. So then, like, it allows just everybody to do music, which isn't bad, isn't good. It's like, it's kind of one of those things like, if you're, as I say, once again, if you're not willing to do the work and separate yourself from the noise, it sucks because then everything is available. But then the other thing is it lowers the standards of what people are hearing. So then if you're really that good, you can grab fans because you sound different or you sound better. So now it's kind of like, as I said, it's a double-edged sword of how you look at it, because it can hurt the artist and it can help the artist, just mattering who you are. Now, of course, it helps artists that are on the top percentile because they then get tons of other people's fans. And because they get the chance to put themselves in playlists, and every time they click your song, they end up popping up because they're national and stuff like that. So people who are in control of it like that, they of course probably love it. Other than the part of that, they might not make that much of it, but the labels love it. You know what I'm saying? So it kills that idea of what artists were making off of like the hard merch sale. But they probably like it because it probably comes with more fame, because then it's easier to get around to being the top dude or whatever like that. Like, we look at this whole UMG situation. So it's like, is it that they really are that popping, or is it that they are putting up money behind both of them? And, like, but then all of us are paying attention. So it's like, it's just building more and more for them and their brand so then they can sell other things. So I can't look at it as in either way. Like it just changes how you look at it as an artist, because it can be one way or the other way. So it's like, if you take advantage of what the streaming's doing, now yeah, some people will take directly advantage of the streaming and use that correctly to be like, yo, I'm going to mass out numbers. Like, I know a couple artists, it's just based off, I know I'm going to get 1,000 views per piece of per song I'm going to put up. And then they're just massing out on songs, going like, okay, well, this is what's going to get me 1,000,000 plays, and this is how many pieces I need to get this consistently. And then I just keep massing and massing out. If you want to do that, that's a good idea for, like some people, which is something that's very rare for someone that would have like a CD. You see what I'm saying? Because now I can mass out and consistently be heard through the click of buttons and like just getting on playlists and sending it to people, versus everybody had to buy the CD. You see what I'm saying? So if you take advantage of how it is, then it can benefit you. But then if I was to say how the old style was, it does kill that side of music, because those artists were in a different space. You see what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. But see, as I said, I take advantage of it because I go like, if someone's crazy on streaming, I feel that opens up the door for me to be more in person. So when the lack of in person exists, that makes it good for you, because then you're in a space where you can be doing the shows, you can be getting out there, being personable, everything like that, and let them stay online. Because the reality of it is, how many people actually pop online and win? I know it looks good on the internet, but trust me, they're not making money from it. So unless you're doing million, like you doing 1,000,000 every week, hey, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So definitely it can work both ways for you. Definitely pick which side you're on and what you can benefit from the change of what streaming is doing currently. And then you can be successful however you want to be. Just don't get trapped in the ideology of like the old school too much, and don't get trapped in the ideology of you can just take the new school and just do it and then it's supposed to work, because that's like a high failure rate if you were like waiting on virality to make you famous. This has been Music is a Day Job. I'm your host, Sean, and Music is a Day Job is brought to you by the Qoncert app.